Hello beautiful souls, it's your girl Janae coming at you with another video, and as you can tell by the title, this video is going to be about the fragrances that I wore in Dallas slash a little haul. So if you guys are interested in seeing what fragrances I took with me for my girls weekend out and what new fragrances I picked up, then go ahead and just keep on watching. If you are new to my channel, hello again. My name is Janae. Welcome. And if you are returning, thank you so much for clicking back onto another video. I truly appreciate you guys' support. So if you have not already, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below and join the family, and give this video a thumbs up if you want to see more videos from moi. Now let's get into it. So these first 6 fragrances are scents that I took with me to Dallas, and I'm gonna be showing clips of like the Airbnb and just everything, telling you guys about the vibes, what happened, and all that good stuff, and why I chose the fragrances that I chose, because I think that this will be helpful for people who are doing girls trips or just going out and trying to figure out what to wear, with what outfits, what vibes to go for. Whenever I pack for like a road trip to go somewhere, I kind of overpack, because you never know what you're feeling, you never know what the weather is gonna be like. Sometimes you do, but in my case it rained in Dallas, and I'm like, okay, so I have scents just in case it doesn't rain. I have scents if it does rain, just to fit the vibes, right? So this first fragrance that I'm going to talk to you guys about is the one that I wore to Dallas, and this one actually garnished me a compliment from my friend's friend, and I was wearing Velvet Tonka from BDK. Now Velvet Tonka is a beautiful scent. I have a dedicated review on this fragrance, and I posted that about 2 years ago, so if you haven't seen it, I'll leave that up in the eye in the sky. But this fragrance to me is a warm, spicy, powdery scent. It's sweet. It also has this nice nutty quality to it as well, which I really enjoy. It's a little floral, but it's not too floral. Now when this fragrance opens up, it opens up with some almond and some orange blossom, and to me the orange blossom kind of gives it a little bit of a citrusy vibe, and the almond kind of comes off cherry like. To me personally, it's like nutty, it's like almondy, but also cherry at the same time, so you get this fruity nuance, which is very special to me, and that's why to me the opening is so captivating, because of that cherry almond like type of opening. And then as this fragrance dries down, you get a little bit of rose, but you also get a little bit of tobacco, which is kind of unique. This isn't a really smoky scent in my opinion, so that's why I feel like the tobacco just adds some depth to the fragrance. And then in the base you get some amber woods, of course the star of the show, Tonka beans, and you get some vanilla. Oh, I really like this scent. I really need to talk about this scent more, because I wear it and I love it, but I just don't talk about it a lot. I love Tonka beans and fragrances, but if you don't really like powdery scents, you might not like this fragrance, or if you don't like Tonka beans in general. But I love this fragrance along with Fève Délicieuse. Those are my favorite Tonka bean heavy fragrances that I have in my collection. So this is Velvet Tonka. It's gorgeous, it's sexy, but also you can dress this up or down. That's what I like about Velvet Tonka. I don't feel like I have to always be made up when I wear this fragrance, like how I feel with some of these other scents. But this is the fragrance that I wore down there, and this garnished me a compliment from my friend's friend. So these next 2 fragrances are actually a combo. I love wearing them together, and I want to do a video about my favorite combos for right now, because I have my staple combos. They're bomb. So the fragrance combo that I'm talking about is Golden Nectar from Nest layered with Eden Juicy Apple from Kayali. These 2 scents together, I actually layered this with each other last summer. I actually went to go see Maria, aka it's MJ, here on YouTube. She hasn't been posting lately, but she's on TikTok, so I'll leave her information in the description if you don't know. But I wore this around her for the first time last summer, and she loved the fragrance combination, so she complimented me on this. And also I just love the way that this smells. To me, like, these 2 are the perfect juxtaposition, and they worked so beautifully together. So I'll talk about them individually, but I'll tell you together they are a masterpiece. So starting off with Golden Nectar, this fragrance is a beautiful warm floral, a warm ambery floral. It's sweet, it's sexy, it's not too girly though. Like, this is more of a sexier floral to me. It's not immature, it's not juvenile, it's just gorgeous. But I do feel like anyone in their 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s can wear this and smell amazing. It doesn't really matter how old you are, but I do feel like if you're in your 20s and older, you can wear it. I don't really see a teenager wearing this fragrance for some reason. It's just a little too sexy for me. I think it'll be a little weird for me. It'll just be a little weird for me. So not only does this fragrance have that fantasy note of golden orchid, but this also has some amber, some vanilla, and some musk. So again, it's just a very pretty scent, but it's a little deeper. It's like a little deeper, it's a little darker, has a little bit of a resinous touch, but nothing too crazy. It's very easily digestible and it's very likable, which I like about this scent. And to me, I feel like this is probably one of Nest's best fragrances. I smelled a few of their fragrances, but nothing really blew me away like this one did. So if you're looking for something from the house of Nest, this is definitely one I say you should get ASAP. The performance on this is pretty nice as well. So I love overall how this fragrance wears in general, but when you layer it with Eden Juicy Apple, that my friends is a combo. I'm gonna go ahead and spray it on the same card. So Eden Juicy Apple, I believe I talked about this on my channel as well. I don't think I have a dedicated review. If I do, I'll link that up in the eye in the sky. But this fragrance, oh my gosh, this fragrance is just so bright, happy, and juicy. It's fruity, it's sweet. It kind of gives off this like very realistic fruity vibe. It's very nice. I love how this opens up with that juicy black currant, but also you get that juicy red apple as well. Like this scent definitely smells like the way the bottle looks. It smells red, juicy, bright. It's happy, it's uplifting. It's not dark, heavy, and sensual. This is very flirty. It's fun. It's kind of like, teasing. It's like a teasing type of scent, but this scent I can definitely see on a younger individual. If she's like a teenager or something like that, it's very easygoing. It's very fun. But I also can see this on a more mature woman, especially if she wants to be flirty, fun in the spring and summertime, just have her hair down, just lay back. That's what this fragrance is. It's very pretty to me. This kind of gives me like first date vibes. Like if you're going to brunch or something like that, I think this will be great. If you're going to an event outside, but you still want to be like fresh and light, that is what this fragrance is. But you might attract bugs because she is a sweet one, but she's more of a fruity sweet and not a sugary sweet, which I like. This also has some wild berries. This has some raspberry blossom, and this has a note of rose and jasmine. To me, the rose doesn't really show up, or the jasmine. The jasmine kind of uplifts the fragrance and makes it a little fresher, but you can't really smell it at all. You really just smell like the fruitiness of the scent, but in the deep dry down, that's where I start to get some of the gourmand touches. So this has amber crystals, this has some vanilla flower, but this also has something called sugar moss. And to me, the sugar and moss isn't really overpowering at all. It just adds to the sweetness of the fragrance. It has a little bit of depth to it. It has a little bit of a like muskiness. It's like a sensual muskiness, but overall it's just very pretty. It's happy. It's nothing crazy, but it also is very flirty and fun. So I really like this fragrance, and these two fragrances together are definitely a power couple for spring and summer if you want to be flirty but also have a little bit of a sexier edge to it. These just work beautifully together. They're nice on their own, but together they are a customized beauty. Next, we have a fragrance that screams summer to me. Like this is a summertime fragrance, and this is Coco Vanille from the house of Mancera. Now, if it weren't for Helen, I wouldn't have this fragrance. If it weren't for her raving about this scent and how she wears it every summer, I would definitely not have this scent. And she is so right. This is one of the most effortless summer fragrances that I have. Throw it on and go. You don't even have to think about it. This is just one of the most beautiful coconutty, creamy but not too creamy scents. It's sweet. You get some yellow florals, you get some sweetness from some vanilla, you get some woodiness. It's just everything that you want in the summertime, daytime or nighttime. It's really sexy, and it's not too sweet either, which is something that I really like about the fragrance, because sometimes with summer scents, if it's too sweet, it does get a little bit cloying and you feel a little bit annoyed. Does that make sense? But this one doesn't do that at all. So on the top, you get some white peach along with some coconut. To me, this is kind of like a coconut milk, not a coconut cream, but it's very creamy. It's like a milky creamy, which I like. It's really, really pretty. The white peach kind of adds a little bit of sweetness and a little fruitiness, but not much. You really get mostly that coconut when you first spray the fragrance. And then you get some jasmine, some ylang ylang, and some tiare flower. Now, I'm going to tell you this. I love ylang ylang in fragrances. Tiare flower is one of the more tropical florals that kind of, it's kind of iffy for me. I prefer like ylang ylang or like frangipani, but tiare flower can go kind of sunscreeny to me. And this fragrance, it's almost sunscreeny, but it's not quite there yet, which I like. I smelled Holidays from Mancera, and that one, no. I just couldn't do that one. I'm not a fan of sunscreen, suntan lotion fragrances. I know for some people it makes them think of summer, but for me it just makes me feel like I went and got a sunscreen and put it on, or like a tanning oil, you know? I don't want to smell like that. I want to smell like a fragrance. And this Coco Vanille kind of has that vibe, but it's not as amped up as Holidays is. Yeah, it's not that bad. It's kind of there though. I don't want you to think that it's not there. It's kind of there, but it's not too much. I say it's mainly because it's coconutty and it automatically makes me associate to suntan lotion. And then in the base you get some woody notes, you get vanilla pods, and of course you get that signature musk that is in Mancera. Fragrances, yeah, this is a really pretty scent. Look at the color of this juice though. Like, how pretty is that? It's so pretty. It really reminds me of a ray of sunshine in the summer. Like, that's what this is. This fragrance was one that I wanted to wear if we did our tiki boat ride, but it ended up raining. So that's why I said plans change sometimes, and that got canceled, so I couldn't wear it. But this is what I wanted to wear on our tiki boat ride, drinking and stuff like that. So we ended up just chilling in the house, and I think I just wore a different scent. I think I just wore Golden Nectar by itself because that's what I wanted to wear. But this is what I wanted to wear if we were out there in that vibe, because we brought bikinis. We just felt cute, you know, whatever, that was the vibe, but it didn't happen. So I didn't get to wear this fragrance while I was there, but I really do enjoy this scent. Now, these next two fragrances were my going out scents. I designated these to be going out scents because I knew I wanted to smell powerful, sexy, and slightly unapproachable, unless you, like, you know, approach with caution. And I didn't want to wear a fragrance that was like very inviting or anything like that. Like, no, I wanted to be like, I want to talk to her, but she smells good, you know. And I did get complimented, so that should tell you something. But I just, you know, didn't want that very inviting vibe. I wanted that like bad girl type of vibe. Does that make sense? So the fragrance that I wore the first night we went out was Tabac Rose. And you guys, I wore this really cute top, like a halter top bodysuit, and then I had on some cute little camo pants with some heels. Really cute, like a really cute vibe with a low pony, you know, middle part. I felt really nice. I felt really cute, but it was more of like a loungy vibe, like, you know, club loungy vibe. We had a section, so we weren't like walking around and stuff, but whenever we did walk around, me and some of the girls went to go to the bathroom or whatnot, and one person did tell me that I smelled good when we went to the bathroom. So Tabac Rose is one of my favorite date night out femme fatale type of scents. Like, this is like a femme fatale siren type of scent, very alluring, very sexy, but this is a proceed with caution type of fragrance. This is not an inviting fragrance. This is not a, oh, I'm so pretty. Like, no, this is sexy, this is sensual, and this is something that you should wear if you want to feel bold and you want to stand out of a crowd. And if you want your fragrance to introduce itself before you do, that's what this scent is right here. To me, this is a sweet, fruity, spicy scent. Of course, it has tobacco in it, it has rose, and it also has a little bit of this resinous touch. This is so, oh, I love this fragrance. Oh my gosh. This is perfect for all genders. Like, whatever you identify as, you would smell incredible in this. I would say for a woman, this is more bold, right? But for a man, this is a little bit more seductive, I would say, because it does have those gourmand notes. So this fragrance opens up with some pink pepper, and then you get a gorgeous, juicy, delicious plum note. Oh my god, I will always recommend this fragrance to everybody because this, oh, that opening, it gets you. Like, the opening gets you, but then when the fragrance dries down and you start to get that cinnamon and that chocolate and that rose, like, oh my god, it starts to develop all over again, and it's like just as beautiful as the opening. The mid is just as beautiful, and then when the fragrance dries down to the base, that's where you get that tobacco, you get some patchouli, and you get some labdanum. To me, labdanum kind of comes off as amber, so it's like ambery, like resinous. It's kind of smoky from the tobacco, but this is kind of like a shisha. It's kind of like a sweeter tobacco. It's not really ashy to me at all. And the patchouli kind of comes off chocolatey, so it kind of complements the chocolate that's in the mid. One of the most captivating fragrances that I have in my collection, period. This is a fragrance that some people will be like, oh, this is only for fall, winter. No, I would wear this year round, but I will wear this year round more nighttime vibes, if that makes sense. In the winter, I will wear this day or night. But spring, summer, I will wear this nighttime, just a sexy bad girl vibe. Like, this gives bad girl vibes, and I'm so here for it. I smelled incredible that night. Anytime I wear this, I just feel like the most beautiful woman in the room in a very sexy and alluring way, but not doing too much. But, you know, I feel like your fragrance speaks for you sometimes. You don't have to do the most. You can be really simple and just smell good. So this is Tabac Rose from BDK. Probably one of my favorite scents from BDK. Definitely top three. Definitely top three. All right, so the second night I wore this fragrance along with one of the fragrances that I bought from the Scent Room in Dallas. And I'm going to talk to you guys about that experience as well. But I want to talk to you guys about this combo because, wow, I was only expecting to wear this one fragrance, and then when I paired it with the fragrance that I bought, I knew I went to the Scent Room for a reason because I didn't even think about this being a bomb combo, and it was. And I wore Oud Bouquet from Lancôme, and I wore Reunion Vanilla from Pharmacia. I felt like a mixologist. I felt like a mixologist. Now this fragrance I did haul from the Scent Room. I spoke about this in my last video, so I'll talk about this one after I talk about the other fragrance. Oud Bouquet. Oud Bouquet is a gorgeous scent. This is a powerful fragrance. This is a sweet, oudy, gourmand fragrance. It is on the sweeter side, so if you don't like your gourmand notes, you probably won't like this scent at all, really. I just love the rose in here. I love the vanilla. I love the praline. I love the oud. Like, it all just works out so beautifully. Some people compare Oud Bouquet to Shagaf Oud from Swiss Arabian. I do feel like they vibe. They do have similar vibes, but I think Shagaf Oud is just so much more loud and a little screechy that I think that if you're not familiar with oud or oud rose, you know, sweet type of combinations, it might throw you off. This one is a little bit abrupt as well, but I think it's a little bit more easily digestible. This fragrance, oh my god, it's so sexy. And I think that once you get familiar with fragrances, you will start to get that like regal or just wealthy vibe, very royal vibe from these types of scents. So love Oud Bouquet, and when I layered it with Reunion Vanilla, this really set it off. I guess I'll talk about Reunion Vanilla now. This fragrance is one of the most, I don't say super unique, but kind of unique vanilla fragrances that I have. This is like, if you like the sweet vanillas, you would like this scent. This is more of a sweet, slightly powdery vanilla. This has a little bit of a fruity touch, and it has kind of a muskier quality, slightly floral as well. But I love this combined with Oud Bouquet. It kind of made it a little sweeter and slightly floral, but more in a happier way, if that makes sense. It was just really pretty. I really liked the combination, and it really toned down the oud, so it wasn't too oudy or too woody in my opinion. The Oud Bouquet kind of mellowed out a little bit, and the Pharmacia Reunion Vanilla kind of shined more. But this fragrance is really pretty. I think this will be a nice Mother's Day or Mother's Day night fragrance. It's still sweet, it's still fun, it's still kind of like happy and uplifting, and the Oud Bouquet is very dark, heavy, sensual, you know, very dark. So the juxtaposition of both of them really just complements each other, and I really like the combo. So yeah, Reunion Vanilla. I will go ahead and hop into my experience with the Scent Room, and then I'll talk to you guys about the last fragrance, which I hauled. I really enjoyed my time at the Scent Room, you guys. They had such a beautiful collection of fragrances. They had more popular fragrance houses like Parfums de Marly, BDK. They had some Manceras, they had some Montals, but then they had these unique fragrance houses, like for example, Pharmacia. I never heard of Pharmacia before. They have a popular scent called Carousel Vanilla. Did not know about that. I love the experience that I had, and on top of that, you can get like points with them, which is very clever. I just really enjoyed my experience going there, meeting Vegas and Hannah. If you guys are watching this, hey y'all, I really enjoyed my experience. You guys were super sweet. We literally talked for like 2 hours and sniffed fragrances and talked about our favorite scents and what works for us and what doesn't work for us. They told me stories about some fragrance houses I had never heard of. So I do want to go back and explore some more, probably pick up some more. And if you guys are interested, please let me know in the comments below. But they really gave me a nice experience, and I ended up leaving with Reunion Vanilla and this next fragrance that I'm going to talk about because I could not leave the store without these scents. I love them that much. So the last fragrance I'm going to talk to you guys about, and the second fragrance that I bought from the Scent Room, is Chinotto Gourmand, but the Eau de Parfum. They have an Eau de Toilette version and they have an Eau de Parfum version. The Eau de Toilette version is kind of like an orange creamsicle, and I was so close to buying that one, but I just like this one just a little bit more because it kind of smells like Fruity Pebbles to me. Fruity Pebbles, but kind of different. So I'm gonna just start off and tell you, I didn't know what a Chinotto was, or Chinotto, what it was. It's an Italian soda and it's made with bitter orange. So it has this like citrusy vibe to it, and it's supposed to be very popular in Italy. And I was like, okay, now I'm kind of getting the vibes. But this fragrance to me is a very sweet caramel like fragrance. It has a little bit of that fruity pebble vibe, so it does kind of have a fruity touch to it, but it's not overly fruity. I don't know what other fruity notes are in here. It's kind of citrusy. I do get some citruses, but overall I kind of get this like fruity pebble type of vibe. Like put your face in a bowl of fruity pebbles with no milk, and that's what you would get with this scent. I just cannot believe how much I enjoyed this fragrance. And the eau de toilette is so strong, and I'm like, how is that an eau de toilette? But it's so pretty. It's so pretty. I wore it on its own, and I've layered it with a couple of other fragrances, and you guys, this is delicious. This has some vanilla and some caramel, and this has some orange blossom. I also get something kind of musky as well. This is just super duper pretty, and I cannot wait to go back. There were some other gourmand fragrances that I was like, yes, I need to take those home ASAP, but you know, these pockets, I can't be buying all these fragrances, especially if y'all not watching my videos. But I do want to go back and try out some more gourmands. I want to take you guys with me if I do go next time, because I want to just show you the experience like more in real time, like more in detail, if that makes sense, versus like just sweeping. This fragrance is really pretty. It performs very beautifully. When you spray this on your skin, it leaves like an oily residue, so that's how I know that the quality is there. But this is pretty affordable as well. I cannot think of how much I paid for it, but I'll leave that up on the screen. I know that Reunion Vanilla was $125 or something like that, and this was about the same as well. But this is a very pretty scent. I have never heard anyone talk about this house or this fragrance. I think the house is called Abaton, something like that. Trying to put y'all on, especially if you like gourmands. If you want to smell like fruity pebbles, I think this is an amazing option. If you like fresh cream from Philosophy, they kind of give similar vibes, but this one lasts a lot longer. So if you love that fragrance and you want something a little stronger, something a little bit more citrus, then this is a beautiful option. So this is Chinotto Gourmand, and this is the second fragrance that I got from the scent room. Well, that's all I have for you guys today. I think I talked to you guys long enough, but I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I really love the fragrances that I took with me to Dallas. I had a good time. I hope you guys, you know, could kind of see how much fun I had, but we had a really good time, and I really loved, you know, being around my friend celebrating her birthday. So if you are new to my channel, I do quiz you guys at the end of all of my videos just to see who's been rocking with me into the end or whatnot. And for today's video, I want you guys to leave me the star emoji, because you know Texas star, the lone star, you know, whatever. So leave me the star emoji so I know you guys made it into the end. I love you guys so much, and I will see you all in the next one.